4th of July is just 1 week away. So today is going to be a shorty episode on the 4th of July and sleep, specifically fireworks and sleep. Hi, I'm Allison Edgety, a pediatric sleep and wellness coach and a mom of two. I love to help parents find solutions. This is How Long Till Bedtime. With the 4th of July fast approaching, I want to share some thoughts on babies, toddlers, and preschoolers, and 4th of July fireworks. First of all, it's pretty unusual that fireworks start before 9 p.m. So if you're thinking about keeping your little one up for fireworks, you're probably looking at a 10 p.m. bedtime at best. For most of the parents in my community, that is going to be hours after their child typically goes to bed. So I often get asked how I have handled 4th of July in the past with my girls. For those of you who don't know, my girls are now almost 8 years old and 9 years old. And I will tell you that they didn't stay up for fireworks until maybe 2 years ago when they were almost 6 and 7 years old. The primary reason was that a 10 p.m. night for Addison, my oldest, would have resulted in several days of irritability, and it just was not my idea of a good time because it took her a while to recover from those later nights. But for the past 2 years, they have stayed up for fireworks one night during the 4th of July celebration period, and they've done pretty well recovering. Now, in the 2 years prior to these previous 2 years where I did let them stay up, we actually did arrange for the girls to see some fireworks that were set off at a friend's or family member's house before it got dark. So they got to say that they saw fireworks, and I still got to get them to bed at a reasonable hour. So we kind of all won. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't feel bad or regret waiting to let them stay up for fireworks. Now that they are older and Addison has an easier time recovering from those later nights, I'm happy to let them see fireworks. They enjoy them, and now I feel like they will actually remember them. I had no interest in keeping them up when they were babies or even preschoolers because they likely weren't going to remember them, and it was going to result in a long next day or even couple of days. So in those early years, logistically, what typically happened was that either Mike or I also didn't see fireworks. Because let's be real, it is virtually impossible to find a babysitter for the 4th of July. So some years we would attend a party earlier in the day or evening, and then I would just head home with the girls and Mike would probably stay for the fireworks. And I was okay with that because as much as I love a good 4th of July party and fireworks, it just wasn't ideal during that season of my life. So that's how we handled 4th of July for several years with our kids. I also want to address a very common concern that I hear from parents who do know that they want to keep their baby or child home and skip the fireworks. A lot of times families will worry that the fireworks are going to wake their children up. If you have a child who currently sleeps soundly through the night, I actually want to encourage you not to spend much time worrying about this. Fireworks will be going off at a time when your child should be very soundly asleep. I've even had my girls sleep in a house where the fireworks were actually being set off in the backyard of that specific house. It was so loud, and they slept right through them. Of course, I always recommend using white noise, and you may want to crank it up a bit for the first part of the night when there's going to be fireworks. But most parents, including myself, are really pleasantly surprised with how well their kids can sleep through fireworks. And of course, this year, not to stress you out, but the 4th of July is on a Monday. So chances are very high that your child is going to be sleeping through fireworks on Friday, Saturday, and probably Sunday night as well. So you may be dealing with 4 nights of fireworks. On that note, if you have a toddler or preschooler, you may want to actually give them a heads up on Friday that it's a weekend of celebration. And during this weekend of celebration, a lot of people like to set off fireworks. And fireworks put bright lights into the sky, but they also make loud noises. And this would be happening when they're sleeping. You can even pull up a video on YouTube and show them what fireworks look like and let them hear the sound. Because what can startle a child is if they wake up and you hear those fireworks. Imagine if you didn't know what that sound was. So that could be startling. So if you have a child who's a little bit older that you can explain things to, I do encourage you to give them a heads up and to show them a video and let them hear the sound. And you could tell them, I don't think this will wake you up, but if you wake up and hear this sound over this weekend of celebration, that's what it is. So that way, if it does wake your child up, even if you do need to provide some reassurance, I assure you that having prepared them for this will make that whole process a little bit smoother. And for those of you who are feeling ready to dive in and to let your child stay up for fireworks, or you happen to be one of those unlucky parents who has a child who's woken up and struggles to get back down during this long weekend of celebration, please remember that a bedtime that is 30 to 60 minutes earlier than your child's typical bedtime can help them get caught up on their sleep and recover faster. All right. Thanks for joining me for this shorty episode on the 4th of July and sleep. For my US listeners, I hope you have a wonderful holiday weekend with family and friends, and I hope all of you will come back and join me again next week. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to How Long Till Bedtime. To learn how we can work together to improve your child's sleep, please visit sleepandwellnesscoach.com.